Merry Crimmas, motherfuckers! Which is my exact point. It's great to be back after being sick near death since last Saturday evening. Shortly after my broadcast, it just kind of went downhill from there. So, what's up, Kyler? What's happening?
Hey, Kyler.
Thank you all for tuning in to the Holiday Shred.
Part one.
Friday night, if you want to call it that. I don't know. We're definitely doing one of my favorite topics because, you know, when I think of Crimmas, I think of death, I think of puncture wounds, some kills, some screaming, you know, that sort of stuff.
All the good stuff.
So tonight we are going to shred apart this. I'm sorry. Paste, or is it pasty?
Yeah, it's Paste Magazine, who we've destroyed more than once.
So we've fucked these motherfuckers up before, and yet now they're an authority on the 25 best horror Crimmas movies. I'm willing to put this to the test.
Yeah, that's a no.
But before we get into this, let us take a quick commercial break to... Do we have the tattoo one?
Son of a... I know I put it in every fucking folder the other day. Oh, wait, yeah, it's right fucking here. I just can't see it.
Okay, never mind. Let's go ahead and cut to it real quick. Check it out. That's right. Sorry for the slight technical difficulties. Not sure how much of the devil's lettuce has played into that on Gangus's end. But we were able to figure out that it was right there in front of us the whole fucking time and managed to roll it. The fucking Villain Arts tattoo conventions are just a hell of a good time. Not to mention that we, myself, and Mischief will be at the Omaha tattoo convention in January. I believe it's the 13th through the 15th.
Sweet.
So, if you're in the Omaha area, come and check us the fuck out. I actually haven't put it on my page yet, which I need to because I was just made aware that it is now created. So, we will get that up and running. And like I said, come down. Check out the fucking tattoo artists. They are insanely awesome. All right. Don't get a fuzzy ball in your face, Reaper. It kind of just wants to hang out on the right, or is it my right? Yeah, my right side of my head here. Not sure why. That's just what happened. I definitely don't want to look like that fucking bastard, the elf on a shelf. You know, his hat just goes, whoop.
Oh, yes, it does.
All right. You can start if you want, or I can start. Does not matter.
Either way, I don't care.
All right. So we're kicking off at number 25. Now, this might become a two-parter because I feel the beeb of the holiday season coming on. just before I even get a chance to even read anything. Now, the first one, actually, especially if you're a fan of 80s horror, this was an instant holiday classic. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2?
They made a Part 2?
Question mark? Not sure why they would put Part 2 as number 25. There was quite a few of them. Yeah, actually, I would buy that myself. Thank you, John. that. All right. So it was the first time we have technically actually it would be the actual first time we've ever seen someone dressed as Santa doing some very, very naughty things.
Yeah.
But which is kind of funny because this tradition of Crimmas horror goes back to the 70s with a movie called Black Christmas, and it was killer. Very good flick. I kind of like the remake better, which I know a lot of people will shit on me for that, and that's fine. But I love them equally. I just happen to like the direction that they took the remake in. Anywhoozle, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. This came out in 1987. Damn, what a good fucking year that was, especially for metal. Anyway. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Rubbers on? Let's do it. All right. A film that both typifies the sequel-laden late 80s slasher genre and illustrates its pitfalls, the woeful. Let me try to say that one again. The woeful Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is known more today for its infamous Garbage Day.
What?
Garbage Day meme fodder than anything else.
Hang on, being meme fodder is not a reason to be in the top 25 best of anything.
Apparently, the dickhead that wrote this doesn't like the film, but it was chosen to be on the list by someone else.
The audacity!
Exactly. Always good to see the mean one every now and again.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So they're referring to the front poster for the film, which is a chimney with Santa's arm hanging over it with a axe.
Right.
And people have memed it to death. Because he's got a trash bag. So why would they start this off with such a almost kind of an angst towards it? So why would you write about it if you don't like it? These dickheads at Paste Magazine should have grabbed somebody that knew the film first, and secondly, liked it because somebody chose it.
Exactly.
So it's like they're doing a pre-shred before we post-shred them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez. Try to say that 20 times fast. Holy fuck.
I'd rather not.
As a sequel highly constrained by budget, just another way of saying low-budget film, which is fine. It spends the vast majority of its running time simply rehashing footage from the run-of-the-mill original installment of this killer Santa Claus franchise. Run-of-the-mill!
What?
He just took another massive beeb that has now turned into diarrhea beeb all over this fucking film. Yeah. Now, is it true that they did revisit some stuff from the first one in this? Come on. First of all, this movie's a fucking joke.
Right, for sure.
It was not supposed to be taken so fucking seriously that, you know, oh, they did this and they did. It's campy horror. Come on.
Exactly.
It's turning a fucking, you know, holiday and trying to, basically poke fun at it. Just in a very scary way. And what the fuck is wrong with that? People all over right now are enjoying the mean one. It's
the same
fucking David Howard Jordan told you not to take it seriously. That's the point.
Do not take it seriously.
So the fact that this turd seems to think that, the whole franchise sucks, would they keep making movies if they sucked? You know what I mean? Yeah. Not at all. People obviously want to watch it because, yeah, it's trashy, it's bad. They want more.
Exactly.
That's the reason Sharknado had a bunch of fucking sequels to that shit fiesta.
Oh, those are so bad. I didn't even make it through the first one.
I was laughing so hard through that first one. I thought it was brilliant because they took some former A-list actors, put them all in a fucking horrible film, and they did it to make fun of them, and it worked. So much that even Kelly Osbourne showed up in the second one. But it's kind of the same thing with this franchise. Now, is it true that they had a very low budget for this film? Sure. It wasn't. I forget the film company that put it out. I don't think it was one of like the bigger studios to put it out, so they had a modest budget. But if you understand the story from the first one, the second one is a continuation. So yeah, they're going to revisit some old footage. Let me see here.
Yeah, they only had a budget of $250K.
Yeah, it's not a lot if you're expecting to put out something very good.
Yeah.
So what other fucking studio would do that? They didn't have Indiegogo back then.
Right.
There wasn't, online charities where fans could throw money at it. So it says they venture off onto their own that truly make it an absurdist camp classic. Why can't you just say campy horror? It's just a campy horror film. That is it.
I don't know. That's it.
Come on, that shit was great.
Horror classic. That's all you need to say.
How many times did you laugh during some of the Jason Voorhees sequels? I mean, you were supposed to.
Exactly.
Same with Nightmare on Elm Street and everybody else. So fuck off. Paste magazine. More like paste your ass on the wall somewhere and let you hang. So it says, in particular, actor Eric Freeman as a serial killer, Ricky, leaves an unforgettable impression for how genuinely and haplessly out of his depth he appears to be throughout. Now, he just fucking tore the main actor apart in one sentence.
Yeah.
That's just wonderful. Remember, folks, we have said hashtag campy horror more than once.
Yes.
And it goes on to say it's a bad performance for the ages.
Then why is it number 25 on your list of best?
Thank you. And I'm sure everybody out there in Three Witches Land is probably wondering the same fucking thing. Why the hell did you put this movie on there if you hate it so bad? Why? Because, he's probably some Dunlap that never even watched the fucking thing in the first place.
If you can't come up with 25 films you like, then just make a goddamn top 10 list. That's all there is to it.
I mean, it just goes on and on about how horrible the movie is.
Yeah, that's all it does.
I don't know about you, but I mean, I like serious horror. If it's meant to be, if it's telling a fantastical fucking story, there are a reason that these holiday spoof films are so much fun because you can't take it seriously.
Exactly.
You just can't. I'm not even going to read the rest except for the last line. If you're programming a bad Crimmas movie lineup, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is essential for viewing. Jim Vorel, you fucking suck balls. Eat a bunch of bags of dicks. That's what you need to do. Take Genghis's How to Write a Review course and then maybe come back in 20 years.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they say about number 24.
Oh, boy. All right. Santa Claus from 1996, as in Claws, Claus. Rawr. So, a particularly dirty, grungy little piece of holiday exploitation, written and directed by none other than Night of the Living Dead co-writer John Russo. Santa Claus feels a bit like it was originally targeted toward the late-night bastions of Cinemax or USA Up All Night. From the cover, you'd think you're looking at a kitschy Christmas slasher, but the actual film is far more grimy and off-putting. Like someone was aiming to make a soft-core Christmas version of Maniac.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's referring to the fact that this movie is gory. Hello. It's called Santa Claus.
Duh.
He also said it's in the slasher genre.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, please.
Oh, Kyler, that's a very good question. I'm not sure they do.
I don't think they get it. It's not everything is going to be like Scream, you asshole.
Exactly. The story revolves around the obsessed fan of a low-rent B-movie scream queen sex symbol, say that 5 times fast, who just so happens to live next door where he can creepily volunteer himself as a babysitter on the regular. When his advances are spurned, what choice does the young man have but to don a Santa coat and begin a campaign of bloody vengeance against all the sleazeballs, directors, and co-stars who stand between him and his dream girl? And because you're wondering, yes, there's a claw, just not as inspired of a weapon as one might hope.
You can see right fucking there what they were trying to do with this movie.
Exactly.
You take a sex symbol actress who becomes obviously the
fascination, obsession.
Yeah, of this particular killer. And who hasn't thought about obsessed fans? I mean, there's been tons of movies, tons of thrillers on this very topic. So it's not so far-fetched, but at the same token, it's gonna be full of some nasty shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie Hollywood in general is full of sleazeballs. So the fact that they would throw a bunch in there, casting couch and all that shit, they're going to do that kind of thing because it's fucking horror. And horror doesn't apologize for what it puts in their films.
No, it doesn't.
So, what did you expect? Just because this asshole obviously didn't like it, a lot of people probably do and still do because, hey, it's number 24 on this list. But then again, these guys are geniuses.
Yeah. No.
I love that last sentence, though. Yes, there's a claw, but it's not as inspired a weapon as one might hope.
Okay.
These fucking guys. Same guy wrote this review.
Number 23.
Oh, God damn it. I'm going to preface this, I think, in the best way possible. If you want to get fucked up out of your mind on whatever drink of choice, devil's lettuce, I don't know, whatever, what have you, and you really want to get some laughs, this is the movie for you. I've seen bits and pieces of this thing to know that I don't even want to watch it. That's, I like my silly ass horror, but this motherfucker takes the cake. We're talking about Ginger Dead Man from 2006. One of, Is this one of the what's the name of the studio? Moonlight Entertainment.
Full Moon.
Full Moon. That's it.
Yes.
Is it one of the Full Moons?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Full Moon Entertainment is not exactly responsible for some of the best horror films. Now, they have a couple of franchises that were very fucking good. I will say that until the cows come home. Subspecies was my shit. So was the Puppet Master and all of its minions. So, okay. But this, somebody must have been so fucking high to make a gingerbread cookie kill everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you know a little bit more about this one probably than I do, because I think you've watched it all the way.
I actually haven't.
Oh, okay. See, Genghis knew not to fucking taste the Kool-Aid, motherfucker. Fucking hell.
Yes, Kylo,
we are
reading the
right
list.
I'm scared to see where we go from here.
Yeah.
Now, why would they even put the name Child's Play and this one in the same sentence here? Chucky is an icon.
Exactly.
And was way better of a fucking story, if you ask me. So, for them to say here, a highly Child's Play derivative film, I think is no.
I mean, unless they just
that
mean,
idea at all.
Person-shaped inanimate object becomes alive and attacks people. Okay, but like that is not exclusive to Child's Play in the slightest.
No, that's pretty shitty.
Agreed. Yes, I am all about it, John.
Hey, he's currently taking over right now, just so you know.
That is true.
So, and of course, they have to say it's only 75 minutes long. What the fuck does that have to do with the film?
It's not like an average length for movies these days.
Pretty much 75 to 80 minutes, because all these fucking movies do anymore is try to cram a shit ton of shit in a very small amount of time because they think everyone's attention span sucks.
Yeah.
Either that or they ran out of money. I mean, it's Full Moon. It's possible.
Yeah.
And if you have the app, it has a very cornucopia of strange shit. They're not really a leading force in horror movie making. Let's put it that way. I think people watch their softcore films a little bit more. Just saying. But and this is pretty funny. And with the promise of a deranged Gary Busey as the title character, we are willing to look past a lot. All right, you tell me when the fuck Gary Busey didn't play a deranged character? It's
kind of a no-brainer. He's always a deranged character.
The man's just fucking weird. That's just always been his thing. He's crazy. He was at a fucking horror con not too long ago and got busted for, I think, trying to come on to some people coming through. He's a dirty old man. What do you... Who doesn't have a single brain cell left in his head, I don't think. So, for him to do a film like this, it's right up his fucking alley. But real quick, Busey plays a mad dog killer who was executed via the electric chair, cremated, blah, blah, blah. His ashes get secretly mixed into a batch of gingerbread spices. Not even batter, spices. So I guess this ginger dead man is spicy. Now, is there anything more scary than a gingerbread cookie that looks like Gary fucking Busey. I mean, that alone denotes a reason to watch it in the first place. But like I said, if you're a fan of horror comedies, this is the one for you.
Agreed.
This guy just goes on to...
Oh,
and of course, wait, he says his voice has zero of the charm that someone like Brad Dourif brings to his many appearances as Chucky. See, he just keeps comparing it to Chucky.
yeah.
And basically saying it's a second-rate Chucky. It doesn't even hold up to fucking Chucky. So go the fuck on somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you assholes made this list and you gave one guy one job and he's tearing apart every film that's on the list thus far. And it says here in the very last sentence, if Bad Busey performances are your guilty pleasure, it's a holiday must. Yes, 1,000 times. Guys, the film is meant to make you laugh, get fucked up, and have a good time.
Exactly. Stop taking it so seriously.
I mean, I would love to see what this fucking asshole has to say about motherfucking Scary Movie. I bet he hated the franchise.
Oh, I bet he did. All
So,
right.
What do the pieces of shit have for us now?
Number 22, Elves from 1989. I'm not familiar with this one.
Well, naturally, I have seen some of it. It's been a very, very long time. But let's face it, the 80s was really big on making a lot of holiday horror films, good or bad. Most of them kind of bad, but that's kind of the point because they were fun.
Exactly.
And this is what he does. He's literally going to compare all these fucking movies to big box office bangers. You can't do that.
No, because
this time
he's taking this entire time fucking comparing it to the Gremlins. Why?
You can't. They're not even the same kind of creature, you dumb fuck.
No,
Beef
they're
Central.
not.
I bet you it's the same asshole that wrote the others. Let me.
Yep, it is.
Look, it is.
I'm wondering what this guy's middle initial is. It must be a D.
Fuck boy. I'm sorry.
No, his middle initial is a D. It must be JD.
Oh, yeah. He's JD's evil twin, JV. Okay. So that's what we're getting with this. This is great.
Oh, that's horrible. One line here. Elves lacks even the most basic effects work, which makes its completely inarticulated antagonist even funnier. They all look like they're stuck mid-sneeze. They'd be physically thrown by someone when they were attacking the protagonists.
Okay, I mean, come on. 1989, unless it was a big Hollywood production, did not get the finest effects work. So practical effects, which are always better any fucking way.
Sure.
And let's face it, CGI was not a thing at the time at all.
Right.
It's not going to be the best of the best. You're not going to have, Stryper and the gang running around with like brilliant fucking puppeteers doing all the work. It's just, it doesn't go down that way. And Gremlins was never really it was kind of horror, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's one of those like non-horror, like introduction to scarier type movies.
Yeah, just like a spooky film. They were creatures, that were born from another type of animal that no one knew what the fuck it was. Right. So here they're straight up taking the idea of elves, which everyone thinks are creepy, especially if you look at a lot of them during the holiday time.
Yeah.
They do look creepy. And they're easy to bastardize and turn into like little demon things.
Right.
So, you know, the fact that you have something that looks like Sasquatch on crack or possibly the abominable snowfuck wearing a Santa hat. That that's what they look like in this movie.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like, yeah, freaky, you know?
Yeah.
He just takes it more. Jeez Louise.
That's all they do is they're bashing it and comparing it to shit. Yeah.
Let me see where. Okay, the main actor, Dan Grizzly Adams Haggerty, stars as a pathetic alcoholic mall Santa who is an ex-detective, which they, for some reason in the 80s, just every cop was a alcoholic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mall Santa ex-detective who must save the day via such activities as looking up elves at the library and bargaining into a professor's Christmas dinner so he can ask about elf sex in front of his watching family. Suffice it to say, there are no jaw-dropping moments aplenty. Oh, no, there are.
Yeah.
Sorry. What the fuck do you think it is when you're watching a horror film?
Yeah.
It's supposed to go places that normal films will not.
Exactly.
There's a fucking disclaimer, assholes. It's rated R. If it was meant for family watching, it would say PG.
Exactly.
No, this is for people that like senseless fucking violence and even better, making fun of a holiday that sucks in the first place. And again by JV. Oh, man. This is one of my favorites. If he, motherfucker, I'm going to let you read it because I'm going to get too angry.
All right. Let's see. Number
Everybody out there
21.
knows the great Bill Goldberg from WWE.
Right. All right. Santa's Sleigh from 2005. Okay, they're just using big words and I don't like it because I'm too tired for that shit. This list is replete.
Another way of saying it's just you know, plaguing the list.
Yes. Yeah. With killer Santas of every variety, but none of them are quite as swollen with muscle and bravado as former WCW World Heavyweight Champion Bill Goldberg. And surely that must count for something. Santa's sleigh is well-calculated trash, instantly familiar and bereft of a single new idea of any kind, but simultaneously so cheerfully executed you're tempted to just give it a pass.
Motherfucker, this is the first time. Oh, goodness. So this is a story of the, you know, real Santa Claus gone bad because he lost a bet with an angel. All right. Honestly, I think it was fucking a great story. The acting is very good. And the fact that Santa is like Arnold Schwarzenegger, size and the way he kills is fucking poetic.
What they say here at the end is so great, though. There's no denying that this is a particularly obnoxious entry in the Christmas horror canon. It never does it attempt to make a genuine attempt to frighten audiences, but it's hard to care when you see the film star clearly having the time of his life playing the main character.
Who the fuck wouldn't, though?
Exactly.
I mean, for real, though, Bill is not a dumbass. He can act. He's been in a lot of films. So for him to play in a holiday horror comedy, which is what this film falls under, was perfect, and it wasn't
Agreed.
bad. They actually threw a budget behind it. They had a good director. They had a couple of what's her fucking name? The bitch that played on the show, the nanny. Fran Drescher is in the first scene. There's a couple of people in this film that are actually bigger actors that were in the first scene. They wanted to do it. I mean, the whole film opens up where the family, dysfunctional family, are sitting down at, to Christmas dinner. And who should come down the motherfucking tree after everybody has pretty much told each other to fuck off in the family? Bill Goldberg, as the evil Santa Claus, jumps up on the table and fucking slaughters everyone. It was awesome.
For sure.
This is one of Reaper's most highly recommended holiday horror films to watch because it'll make you laugh your fucking ass off. You'll love it.
This next one, I didn't know they made a sequel. Did you?
Yes, they did.
I had no idea.
And I'm sorry, Kyler. I know you said if they say you swear to God if they say something about the Jack Frost movie. Guess what? Number 20 is Jack Frost 2: Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Now, let me tell you this right now before I read this horrible review.
Horrible.
What the fuck is funnier than a killer fucking snowman?
Not much.
And he's all kinds of evil. I mean, that is my idea of a good time, especially when I think about the winter season and I need a distraction, especially around Crimmas time because fuck Crimmas. The only reason that the 1996 original Killer Snowman movie Jack Frost isn't on this list is that the sequel is even more insane. Again, mutant killer snowman.
The only thing I can think of that would be better is if the reindeer decided to go on a killing spree.
Oh,
wouldn't that be great?
You'll get some of that in Santa's sleigh with Bill Goldberg because his reindeer don't give two fucks about killing a motherfucker. But a whole movie surrounded by that'd be actually pretty cool.
It would.
I agree. Previously dissolved by antifreeze in the first film, Jack Frost is reborn thanks to a spilled cup of coffee. Is it supposed to be serious? No. Into a pack of carnivorous snowball children a la Critters.
No.
There he goes, taking another film that was very, very awesome and trying to compare it to that. You can't do that. See, Jack Frost was the answer that everybody wanted to when the actor that played Beetlejuice did a movie, a heartfelt, warming family film about he dies tragically and becomes a sweet, alive snowman. No! We want to see the fucking snowman eat somebody. That's what we want. We didn't want that heartfelt shit. And why the fuck he would do that film in the first place? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So much a better actor than that. Anyway, I digress. Shockingly low budget. Oh my God. There we go again. This son of a bitch is shocked they didn't have enough money to do it. That's because it was such an awesome idea that the fucking stuffed shirts in Hollywood didn't want to do it. They only want guaranteed blockbusters. Well, guess what? This is a cult fucking classic that is shown every fucking year for the last 40 years. 30, sorry. Something like that. Anyway.
It came out in 2000, Reaver.
That?
No, part 2. So, tried 22 years.
All right, 22 years. Whatever the fuck it is. It's been a long ass time and people
Yeah.
still watch it because it's good.
Yes.
I mean, if you're looking for something serious, go fucking, rent Casablanca or some shit. That is not what this film is for. It's awesome. It goes on to say the film is anything but sincere. Oh, what the? This fucking vagina monster needs to have his fucking pen revoked. Crawl up the crotchety bitch's crotch that you fucking ripped out of. Seriously. I'm sorry, crotch critter goblins, whatever the fuck. He's some mutated piece of vagina shit. I'm serious. I can't stand this guy. He's got to be related to JD. There's a conspiracy going on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. He goes, if the Days of Our Lives ever did a Killer Snowman episode, this is what it would look like.
I can't argue with that.
I mean, he secretly likes Days of Our Lives. That's why he mentioned it. I'm telling you. It has to be.
It has to be.
Fuck this. It says, clearly you're in for a goofy good time here. No shit.
Really?
We didn't know that.
Wow.
Oh. Now we're going to get into the 70s. Which I have always said, the movies from the 70s took bigger chances than any other type of horror filmmaking since its inception. So I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be bloody, gory, and just fucking awesome. Go ahead and read this one.
All right. Number 19, Silent Night, Bloody Night, 1972. Grainy, low budget, and objectively on the bleak side, Silent Night, Bloody Night isn't nearly so well known as the similarly titled Deadly Night, despite predating it by 12 years. Likely, the film didn't attract the kind of attention and outrage that Deadly Night engendered, presumably because it at no point features a killer Santa Claus, although the story is still set around the holiday. With an unusual mix of elements, it heavily something or other.
Presages.
Sure, certain aspects of the slasher genre, while also containing quite a bit of giallo There's a
giallo.
Influences. There's a mystery killer in black leather gloves, for instance, although some of the short killer's POV shots evoke the pioneering work that John Carpenter would crystallize in Halloween. Okay.
That was a positive. Holy shit.
So too do the killer's threatening phone calls remind us of the similar calls in Bob Clark's Black Christmas 2 years later, although this film's script is truly nonsensical in comparison. Still, the axe murders are suitably graphic, and the central killer's performance is more than a little creepy. You just have to put up with a whole lot of nothing to find the nuggets of good in there. With a cast that is most notable today for being filled with Warhol superstars like Mary Woronov, you almost wonder if he secretly directed the film for how well committedly weird it is in editing and dialogue. But still, this is a film that'll pioneer the idea of Christmas horror, along with the same year's Tales from the Crypt. Jesus Christ, that's the worst I love you, I hate you thing I think I've ever had to read.
He definitely took a page out of the book the guy did on Rob Zombie's career.
Oh, yeah.
When we did that list back then, I was like, wow, he's complimenting it. And then I hate it. It's no good.
Yeah.
But it's got this and this. I think that's pretty fucking funny. Most people don't know what to make of 1970s horror at all.
That is true.
It wasn't so clear cut and dry like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween that came out, Exorcist. Those stories were super fleshed out. Some of them based on a book, shit like that. Shit, even Black Christmas, the one that they referenced there, had an actual real story and what it was centered around. So it was easy to swallow. But the moment you put some trippy dippy in there, which the 70s is known for,
yeah.
come on, everybody was on drugs back then. You know, it's going to be a little weird. It's supposed to be psychological.
Exactly.
At the same time, they all thought they were pioneers of doing something different. But interesting that he mentioned Tales from the Crypt. I hope he doesn't pull that one apart.
Oh, boy.
Oh, now we got something a little more recent? How did I miss this one?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it either.
Oh, wait a minute. Where have I seen this? It's on one of the apps. I think it might be on Netflix.
Okay.
The movie is called The Lodge. 2000. And okay. So it's definitely a psychological type horror film, which a lot of us love. We like to have our minds fucked with a little bit when you're trying to figure shit out. I don't know about you, but it's kind of boring when you've already figured out the whole plot before 10, 15 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
So, okay, no surprise here. It says Franz and Fila share a wonderful eye for composition and spooky imagery, as well as strong head on their joined shoulders for casting. They talk about who was in the film. They perform nicely under the genre's conditions. What are we?
What the fuck does that mean?
Are we a fucking disease? What? In other words, he just said there was good acting in a horror film.
Yeah. And, the way you worded that is just like making it sound like, Christmas horror has like these set guidelines it has to follow. And it's like, what?
Sure don't.
Absolutely not.
Nope. So you can definitely take that comment and stick it up your ass. Okay. Let's see here. Sustaining their sense of discomfort, which is funny because it actually says discomfort.
It does. Is that a word?
You can't spell, bitch! In the lodge's meticulously curated visual design. This is the kind of horror movie that looks so physically, tangibly real that you might feel like reaching through the screen and brushing your fingers on the fireplace mantle. Now, let's talk about that for a second. What year is it, Genghis?
Right now or when it came out?
Right now.
2022.
Exactly. This movie came out in 2019, which was not a whole lot of time ago. Guess what? Filmmaking and let's just say high def screens, TV screens, fucking movie theater. The way films have been done the last 20 fucking years looks like you could be standing right next to whoever's on the screen or like they're almost here on your fucking living room floor. So thanks for the compliment, but fuck yourself because, just because it wasn't made 30 years ago doesn't make it better.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he's trying to say here. And I hate the way, here comes the dick sucking.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Lacking the sturdy architecture of equally meticulous storytelling, details like these give the lodge structure. Oh, it's a well-made storyline. That's what you're trying to say there.
Yeah.
And the other ones didn't?
Apparently.
Storytelling is storytelling. It doesn't matter if it's fantasy style. Maybe you never thought it would happen. But you know what? We're in the age of realism, whether y'all want to admit it or not. People want realistic horror. They want to be
Exactly.
scared on a personal fucking level.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of like aliens from outer space coming to fucking, probe your ass. That's not that's not what this type of horror is about. Horror in general, really. The more real it feels to you, the more terrified you are. Hello, Terrifier, Terrifier 2.
Yes.
Could happen, folks.
Well,
Could be good.
somewhat. I don't know if some chick can birth a clown head, but anyway.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, they got us there. Ha ha. Shame on you. Shame on me, whoever the fuck. It was still great. Anyway. Ultimately, the Lodge flirts with too many conceits before deciding on the last interesting of the bunch, which makes any build-up feel like wasted effort. And there's the game. A big fuck you to the film at the end of the review because he spent too much time praising this fucking film.
Yeah.
I swear. It's like he's got two personalities.
This is hurting my fucking brain. I do not like these writers.
Oh, yeah. Andy Crump, or should I say Andy Crap? You can eat a bag of dicks too. Boing.
The audacity!
Fan-fucking-tastico. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this one. Okay. I think I see where they're going to go with this one. Did you ever see the movie P2?
No, never even heard of it.
It's not really a horror film, so we're going to skip it.
Okay. Would you like to? Do you want number 16 or should I do it?
You know what? I think we're going to skip over this one also.
Oh.
So all he's going to do here, and let me guess. Oh, look, JV is going to seriously tear apart the first of the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise.
Yeah.
It's Wolfhawk time.
I absolutely agree.
P2, Kyler, is a thriller film that was made Parking Lot 2. So it basically takes place in a parking lot, like a structure outside of a building. That's what P2 stands for.
And what's this have to do with Crimmas?
It just happens to be around Crimmas time.
Well,
it's not focusing on holiday horror. It's focusing on everyone's innate fear of going into a parking garage that's kind of deserted. Nobody else is around. It's dark as fuck at night. And some asshole can pop out at any given moment. Or her. So, that's P2.
That is not... Just because it takes place around Crimmas, don't make it a Crimmas movie.
Exactamundo.
You know, I think I can sum up everything he says about Silent Night, Deadly Night with just the last sentence.
Very much so.
Today, the famous abysmal sequel is likely the better known film of the two, but the original is easily the stronger, if not more memorable film. Certainly, it proved influential upon the many Killer Santa movies that would follow.
I mean, didn't his dumbass even say that the first one isn't even on the list, but yet there it is?
Hey,
I don't know about you, but I do love some spam.
What the fuck is that on number 15? What is that?
Okay. So I forget which studio. It might have been Blumhouse. Hulu got the grand idea to have a horror studio make a series of films specifically for Hulu
Okay.
on every holiday.
Oh boy.
This particular one is, it was kind of weird to watch, but
I don't know whether that thing's creepy or if I want to hug it.
well, let's just say when it starts killing people, it's pretty creepy. It's
bet.
like a Teletubby that somebody wore the suit. Yes, Kyler. Hulu commissioned, I believe it was Blumhouse, to do a series of holiday-inspired horror films. So Puka, for all you who are so immersed in anime, Japanese type animals, stuffed animals, maybe they're electronic. And the guy in this film, the main character, shows up at toy stores dressed as fucking Puka. Well, little does he know that eventually he will become Puka because the fucking thing is like satanized, and they become one.
Okay.
Kind of interesting, but exactly. Puka is most definitely a fucking trip, and I bet this guy fucking hates it because guess what? It's JV.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
That starts out almost kind of like praising and damning the director from the jump. Talented Spanish sci-fi weird fiction director Nacho Vigilando, I think, turned his eye toward the Christmas holiday in this off-killer entry in Hulu's Into the Dark horror anthology series. So yeah, they literally made one for every holiday. Struggling actor is hired to portray the man in a suit version of a hot new Crimmas doll. Now, who's really trying to rip off the idea of a doll that kids are so crazy about, but suddenly becomes killer?
Yeah.
It's kind of recycled plot, although
Now,
it doesn't focus.
How come they can talk about, Chucky for the entire Ginger Dead Man, but they don't even mention it with this one?
See, I find that.
Like, I'm not saying I want them to compare this to Chucky. I don't. But
no, I don't either. But I'm kind of surprised they didn't.
Yeah.
But Puka, only to find that the big fuzzy suit may have a mind of its own. So it's basically, I don't know, entity trapped in a suit, and it possesses you and you murder things. Functioning something like a Vigilando tribute to the claustrophobic psychological meltdowns of Roman Polanski, especially Repulsion and the Tenant Puka, that was done on a shoestring budget. I mean, why do we keep talking about how much these movies cost?
If there's a couple of them that had particularly teeny, minuscule budgets, fine. But you're saying it for every film.
Yeah, I mean, it just literally, there was nothing there worth even mentioning. I summarized the plot for you. If you like strange, weird shit, check the film out. I don't even know this one.
Me neither. Last year?
Keira Knightley was in it? What the fuck?
Shit. Okay.
She was in Pirates.
Oh, hang on. And so was Lily Rose Depp.
What?
How did we not hear about this?
I guess we have to explore this now because it's really kind of grabbing my interest here.
It is. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should do this one and then call it a night, brother?
Yeah, we have kind of reached the top of the hour.
We have.
So it's called Silent Night, and it apparently came out last year, and somehow it wasn't talked about. So was it really horror?
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear shit about it.
No, me neither.
Interesting. It says from its opening sequence, which plays over a campy Crimmas anthem called The Crimmas Sweater. Oh, this is nice. One that could only be dreamt up by Michael Bublé. You're going to shit on Michael Bublé. You wish you had even one fucking nut that man has. Go fuck yourself. Literally. And then eat your own feet. Silent Night sets out to be deceiving.
Okay.
Deceiving? Are you about to tell us you fucking love the film now?
Probably.
It says, as our upbeat jingle merrily chimes in the background, we meet a quirky cast of characters who are all on their way to a Crimmas dinner hosted by a well-to-do couple, Nell and Simon, whoever the fuck they are. One of them happens to be Keira Knightley. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of an A-list actress.
Right.
I don't know who Matthew Good is. Doesn't sound familiar. As most Crimmas ensemble flicks go, each person has their own set of problems. Go fucking figure. Who the fuck doesn't have problems at Crimmas time?
Everybody.
Most people hate their families, dread going over there, and they always end up seeing somebody they know they're going to fight with.
Exactly.
So, and then, like you said, Lily Rose Depp is in it, much younger than the rest of the guests, and is worried she won't fit in. Sandra, on the other hand, is
why are they just giving us the entire plot of this fucking movie?
because they didn't fucking watch it.
Really?
Probably. In other words, I think I know where this is going. Cavalry approaches the house. There's no doubt to be had that we're in for a good old Crimmas romp and that misadventures galore bound to follow. The world is just hours away from being consumed by lethal gases caused by global warming. So to save them from suffering, the English government gives the citizen exit pills. There's no slasher here.
No.
This is what they call a psychological thriller.
Sounds like it to me. Now, it's one I wouldn't mind checking out, maybe, but what's this have to do with anything?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
So, in other words, they're all assuming that everyone's going to die. And who would have guessed it? They made it political.
Of course.
I don't want politics with my horror.
Yeah.
The only thing that was remotely good that was politically charged was fucking The Purge. Because secretly, everybody wants to fucking cap a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Totally believable, right? Sure.
Shit.
This global warming poisonous gases are going to destroy the earth. I can't really get my head around that, so should have never made this list.
No. The only time I want to see a horror movie or a thriller that has to do with like the environment, I go watch that one where the plants make people kill themselves.
Now that's more fun.
It is. it. Well,
Actually, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
oh,
Killer
yeah.
Plants, you know?
Yeah.
Shit. I'd rather see Little Shop of Horrors than fucking watch some
Absolutely.
stupid ass thing than this.
Yep.
Oh, thank you all so fucking much for my head hurts. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
It just kills me that they get writers to do reviews about why this film is a must-see for the top 20, top 25
Yeah.
Crimmas horror movies. Shit on the best ones and then praise the ones that suck.
Exactly.
I don't get that. And one of
And
them's
in
not
this
even a
case-
horror film.
And in this case, just use way too many complicated words that I had to Google while we're going.
You know,
Turns out,
passages. Who the
even
hell
the-
says that anymore?
even the one you thought was a typo, no, that was actually correct.
You're kidding.
No, sir.
What the fuck did it mean?
The same as what word you thought it was supposed to be.
Discomfort?
Yeah, it says it's discomfort. That is a word.
It sounds like a word he pulled out of a Cracker Jack box and said, here, I want to sound smart. Me smart.
Yeah, probably.
Probably,
Most likely.
But, you know, we're only at number 13, so we got plenty enough for you next week as we get into part 2 of the horror Crimmas film diatribe known as the top 25 from Pasty Magazine. Or paste, go fuck yourself on your head. That's what you should do. But don't forget, join us tomorrow
Yes.
for Tracks from the Dead.
Yes.
As we're going to be discussing
Songs
tracks
that
that should have been singles. Yes. How many fucking times do you listen to an album and go, hey, these songs are so much better than what they released to the public?
Exactly.
And, you know, so tune in for that with our brother, Human the Hoofed Beast, for some more fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
But as you have your Christmas snuggie on, about to lay your head down for a long winter's nap, but most fucking importantly, stay heavy.
See a corpse is rotting in this wasteland, left with some bleach the bones. Kiss the death in the palm of my hand, more food for the